Hi, welcome back. This is Reggie speaking about Healing America's Narratives. This is our first episode navigating chapter 7 of the book, which is taking a close look at the post 9/11 wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. And again, keeping with the theme of the book, Healing America's Narratives, and the subtitle, which is The Feminine, the Masculine, and Our Collective National Shadow, what we're going to do to begin is take a look back at President Eisenhower's post-World War II precepts about American policy, and in Robert McNamara's post-Vietnam lessons learned. And there were actually two sets of lessons learned that McNamara spoke about. One set was iterated in his book, In Retrospect, and another set, which was more general, a more general set of lessons learned, less specifically about Vietnam, but very relevant to Vietnam, which he spoke about in his interview, which became the Errol Morris documentary, The Fog of War. So again, we're not just speaking about the history of women, the history of Native Americans, history of African Americans, the war in Vietnam, and the post 9/11 wars, just to review history. But we're speaking about them in terms of the ongoing narratives and lessons not learned in American history that render, in my argument, the current state of the United States in this third decade of the 21st century inevitable, or at least not surprising if we really look at the history and the shadow elements, again, those things that we deny, that include ignorance, arrogance, bigotry, fear, violence, greed, excess, untrustworthiness, and bullying. So those are consistently present in our history. And again, the book is not an overview of American history. It's a look at the narratives that need to be healed and the specifics of that which we deny. There are plenty of books that sing the praises of the United States, and I honor all of those. But that's not what this book is about doing. So with that, again, we're going to look at the reasons for going into Afghanistan, searching for the perpetrators of the September 11th attacks, and then the very different reasons for going into Iraq about 2 years later, a year and a half later, give or take. And we'll just kind of tease these apart, again, in the context of the larger picture of America's history and its basically it's shadow elements. Again, when we say shadow, we're not speaking about some dark mystery, but literally in a Jungian sense, that part of a nation that enough people in a nation tend to deny or make believe isn't there. So thanks for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.